Monday, friends. Welcome to your 25-minute HIIT cardio and strength superset pyramid workout. Ooh, that was a mouthful. Don't worry. I won't require you to memorize it or even think about the timing or the exercises that you have to do. I've got you for this one. I hope that you are excited like Charlie is for this workout, because I know I sure am. The only equipment you're going to need for this workout is a lighter set of dumbbells, something that you can easily curl and press overhead, front punch, and lateral raise. I'm thinking lighter because this is intended to be more of a HIIT workout where we want to focus on getting our heart rate up more than straight strength. So I want us to move a little bit quicker. So lighter because it allows us to move faster safely. Before you start this workout or any workout, always do a warm-up. At least 2 minutes, maybe up to 10 minutes. I'm sure you've noticed this warm-up that I have here on the screen. This is a quick 2-minute warm-up you could do. I've also linked a playlist in the description below of several warm-ups that I have on my channel, and each one of those talks a little bit about why it is so important to warm up. If you enjoy playing music during your workouts, please go ahead and get your music started, grab those dumbbells, roll out your mat, and meet me back here. We're going to get started in our first pyramid, and the first move is going to be a bent arm lateral raise using those dumbbells. So elbows into your side, palms face each other. Keep a nice bend in your knees, and then lift your elbows to shoulder height, and then with control, lower the elbows back down towards your hips. So each of our 4 pyramids today has 2 strength exercises and 1 cardio exercise. The timing of the exercises is going to be 30 seconds with 15 seconds rest, which is what we just did. And then we're going to move into a 45-second work block for our second exercise, which in this case is going to be a racked lateral squat walk. So racking the dumbbells at your shoulders. Go ahead and join me, and then taking 2 or 3 steps in each direction. Keeping your chest lifted. Imagine that there's a puppeteer above you with strings lifting your chest so your gaze stays forward, not down at the mat. So this is our second strength move for this pyramid. Following this move, we're going to have a 60-second cardio move that's body weight. And then we'll work our way back down the pyramid, reversing the order of the exercise, or not really. We'll do the first exercise for 45 seconds and then this exercise for 30 seconds so that we even it out. All right, put those dumbbells safely out of the way. And our first cardio move is going to be power jacks. So you stay low, and you bring your elbows to shoulder height. If you're not jumping, go ahead and join me. You're stepping those power jacks. If you are jumping, we're staying low the entire time. Did your shoulders creep up to your ears like mine just did? If they did, drop them down away from your ears and into their sockets. Woo! "15 more seconds, you've got this. I know it's hard. You can always step it, but don't stop moving." Catch your breath. We have 15 seconds. And then we're going back into those bent arm lateral raises, which are definitely going to be more challenging this round with the elevated heart rate. Okay, catching my breath. Sure you can hear me huffing and puffing. Hopefully you are too. So glad Fiona decided to take a nap. All right. Whew. Shake the arms out, and then we have our lateral squat walk, and that will be the end of this first pyramid. So after this next 30 seconds of work, we're gonna have about a minute to recover while I demonstrate the next 3 moves for pyramid number 2. If you feel like you don't need the rest, you can do jumping jacks if you're looking for something more plyometric, high impact, or you can hold a plank if you're looking for something a little bit more low impact, but you still want to keep working. It's called active recovery. All right, put the dumbbells down. Grab a sip of water if you need. Actually, I'm gonna hold on to the dumbbells. We're gonna hear a bell in a couple of seconds, and then we have 45 seconds after that, so a total of a minute to recover here. So we have a biceps hammer curl to an overhead press, and then we have alternating reverse lunges, either with the dumbbells down by your side, or you can rack them at your shoulders to make it a little bit more difficult. And then our cardio move is gonna be 4 scissors and 2 pop squats, okay? We still have about 15 seconds of rest. If you need the rest, you take the rest. If you need longer, you pause the video. If you're ready, pick up those dumbbells, and we're gonna get started with the curl to press.
Activity complete.
So, either standing, or to make it a little bit more difficult, you can kneel. If you're standing, keep the knees soft. And since these weights are not that heavy, we're gonna be able to get in quite a few reps here. But remember, I want us to think about form. So we're moving quickly, but quickly with good form. Oh, the sun came out. All right, second move is those alternating reverse lunges. I am going to rack the dumbbells. Remember, you can hold them down by your side. If you wanted to make this even more difficult, you could do forward lunges rather than the reverse lunges. And that knee just kind of hovers back there, squeezing into the glutes to come up. And then keeping our shoulders stacked over our hips. The front rack of the dumbbells increases the core work in the move. All right, last 5 seconds here, and then at the bell, we're gonna put the dumbbells down and get ready for our cardio move. So remember, it's the 4 scissors and 2 pop squats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2. Now, if you wanted to do jump lunges. Say you're feeling extra spicy today, be my guest. Keep your chest lifted. It's really easy to stare down at the ground when you come down into the pop squat. About 10 seconds left here. And we'll pick up those dumbbells and move into the curl to press for 45 seconds. I'm going to attempt to fix my hair here. All right, curl to press. It's a hammer curl, so palms face in and press. Sorry, no, we don't have a pet pig. That was Charlie. She's laying on her bed close to where the camera is, so I'm sure that was really loud. And like I said, thank goodness Fiona's asleep. She's gotten a little anxious in her, well, she's always been anxious. We rescued her as like an older puppy. She was like 1, and she's at least 13 now. In her younger years, she was quite the Houdini. She used to run away a lot. And no, we weren't leaving the doors open. She can open doors still. All right, back to that reverse lunge. These days, she spends more of her time licking her paws, which the vet says is anxious behavior. So we had to have our address on her tag because she would let herself out and then she'd go find anyone who was running and want to run with them. I am not joking. Somebody could probably write a movie about her. All right, our next set, we're going to be down on the mat for all 3 exercises in the pyramid. You're going to hear the bell in just a second. That just means that we have 45 seconds left. The first move is going to be a hip bridge or a glute bridge with the dumbbells at your hip creases, squeezing your buns to come up. Then we're going to come into a skull crusher, keeping that low back flat on the mat. And then we're going to put the dumbbells out of the way. And we're going to flip it over for 4 mountain climbers, 4 plank jacks. And then you can step these if you're not running. All right, we're on in 5 seconds with those glute bridges. So come down onto your back, feet hip width distance apart.
Activity complete.
Heels in towards your glutes. And, all right. Press into all 4 corners of the feet. Squeeze your buns. Come up. If you want to make it a little harder, you can hover your low back off the mat at the bottom rather than coming all the way down to the tailbone and then lifting again. All right, so for those skull crushers, bring the dumbbells back by your ears, by your shoulders. Take an exhale, pull your low back to the mat and then tabletop your shins. And we're gonna press and lower. Imagine you had a ball between your elbows, something soft and squishy, but you still don't wanna drop it. You don't wanna let it fall. You want to keep those elbows in towards one another so that we isolate the triceps for the work here. Speaking of the triceps, they are going to be on fire when we come into those mountain climbers and plank jacks, but that is exactly what we want. And if it's too much to have your feet lifted, you can always bring your feet to the mat. All right, So make sure the dumbbells are safely out of the way. Make your way into that high plank, top of a push-up. Spread all 10 fingers wide like starfish. 4 mountain climbers. 4 plank jacks. Don't let the hips fall. And don't let your butt come up too high. You need a break, come down to your knees, and then hop right back up into it. Press your fingertips into the mat. Do your best to keep your chest over your thumbs. My arms are on fire. I know that bell is coming, and I'm going to keep working until I hear it. Woo! All right, shake your arms out. The good news is the glute bridge is what's next. So the arms get a little break. Bring the dumbbells to your hip creases, feet hip width distance apart. And then squeeze the glutes. Focusing on not overarching the low back. So once the glutes are engaged, we can't lift any higher. Oh my goodness, can you hear how hard I'm breathing? I'm going to use this exercise to slow my breath. All right, skull crushers. Take an inhale, exhale, knit the front ribs in, press the low back into the mat. You can tabletop the legs. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can extend the heels. Just make sure that low back stays glued to the mat. And another way to help you imagine keeping your elbows in is to imagine that you had a fairly tight resistance band or yoga strap wrapped around them. Okay, guys, we have 1 pyramid left, and we're gonna start. So in this one, we're going to do the same move for 30 seconds because the 45-second move is going to be one leg, and then the second is going to be the other leg. So the 30-second move in this pyramid is going to be front punches. Then we're going to go into 45 seconds of a single leg deadlift on one side. We're going to come into our cardio move. We're going to start working back down the pyramid with 45 seconds of single leg deadlifts on the other side, and we'll end the entire workout with those weighted front punches. All right, guys, get excited. Get that energy going. Hopefully there's some good music playing. We've got this.
Completed.
I'm going to get the timer going, and we're going to start with those front punches. So feet wider than hip, little wider than hip width, slight bend in the knees, punch the fists out, and then snap the elbows back. I'm really glad this is only 30 seconds because these are heavy for 30 seconds. And this strength move is getting our heart rate up. And I'm not even sure if I told us what our cardio move is going to be for this set. It's going to be kneeling get-ups. All right, so I am going to plant my left foot first. I'm going to do this little plie to measure where my right toes go. Loop the shoulders down and back. I'm going to trace down to the shin on my left leg, and then use my glute and hamstring strength to pull me back up. Chest lengthens towards the wall in front of you. Gaze stays out front. So the cardio move in this circuit is going to be kneeling get-ups. If those are not for you, I want you to do fast, alternating reverse lunges. I will demo them in the 15-second break. Goodness, even with those light weights, my hamstring was on fire. Okay, put the weights down, and the kneeling get-up looks like this. Plant the right foot, drive the left knee up, come down on the left knee, plant the left foot, right knee lifts. All right, join me. And if you want to make it a little bit spicier, we're going to hop as we come up to stand, just to get the heart rate up a little bit more. But if that's too much, you're just going to do the knee drive or the reverse lunges. And I'm not slamming my knee down. It's a very slow and controlled lower. And then my glutes and my core are doing a lot of work here as I come up. Last 3 seconds, you've got it. I know a minute is a long time. Okay, now we're gonna work our way back down the pyramid, but with the single leg deadlift. So I like to bring my heel of the leg that's gonna be the support leg to the front heel to measure where my toes should be. Remember, chest stays open, lengthening forward with the chest, like you're peeking out over an imaginary cliff here as you come to the bottom of the move, and then bring your mind to your glute and your hamstring as you come up. All right, we're gonna end with a bang. We're gonna end with those punches. So I'm actually gonna bring my left toes behind my right this time because last time I was in a little bit of a split stance with my left foot in front, but it doesn't, I mean, it's okay. It doesn't matter. You can also just have your feet hip width distance apart. Make sure that core is turned on. Think about drawing the belly button back, in and up, and the low belly in and up with it. Keeps the low back safe. Last 10 seconds here. Let's go. Punch it with everything you've got. And we are done. Put those dumbbells down. First of all, high fives, virtual high fives, pats on the back. Now the most important part, follow this up with a cool down, a stretch, a little walk around the room with some knee hugs, a 10-minute yoga class. Make sure that you take the time to allow your body to restore so that tomorrow or the next day, when you're ready to work out, your body is ready to perform for you. Friends, thank you so much for working out with me. I will see you back here on Friday for our yoga class. Take good care.